Hey everyone, this is Nikki Rowland and today I have a layout for Lottie Loves Paper to share. I'm using the really fun Spooky collection by Pebbles, which is a new Halloween collection this year. I love Halloween, I absolutely adore it, it's just so much fun. I love to create Halloween layouts, I just find them totally different to what I usually do and just a real great fun thing to do. So here I am going crazy with the spooky stuff. So okay, I have a cut file by Peartree Cut Files, the Boo cut file that I'm going to turn into a shaker pocket with some sequins. So I have cut it in black. Now it's a real outline cut file. It's a bit skinny to turn into a shaker pocket and I kind of regret this at some point, but what I've had to do is I should have what I should have done is cut it bigger, but I didn't. I cut it kind of small. It's only about 6 inches wide, I think, maybe a bit wider, and therefore my lines are very super duper skinny, so I just that's why I struggled a little bit. So what I've just done is I've traced around a piece of acetate, so I've traced around the cut file around a piece of acetate and cut that out. So I've got an outline basically. I've stuck that to the reverse side of my cut file. I'm just adding in the O detail. So for some reason I didn't know what way round the O should go, and I had to quickly look that up on my phone. But no, it's part of the ghost. I can see it now when looking at it from far away. But there you go. Yeah, so I've just backed it with acetate. I've stuck it on with just wet PVA glue, and now in order to create the shaker pocket itself, I need to outline all of the outline edges with foam pads. Now this is super duper skinny, this cut file, cut on this size, so I struggle a little bit here. So I've used 2mm foam pads. I don't even know what that is in inches, but it's very, very tiny. So they're 2mm foam pad squares, and they do manage to come off in strips, so that's really good for doing shaker pockets. I just can manipulate the strips into the sections that I want, around the corners or the bends, and that works out well. So I'm just doing the letters, the B-O-O. I'm not going to do the ghost or the exclamation mark or the hat, just the three letters in Boo. So foam pads are now stuck with the backs removed, and now I can safely sprinkle in my sequins. I have got they're all from Spiegelmom Scraps. There's a mixture of a couple of different like autumnal collections or sequin mixes, and then I'm just also adding in some teeny tiny silver stars, and there I have my backing cut file, which is cut from orange cardstock. Now as I said, I didn't want to backfill the ghost or the exclamation mark or the hat, so I'm just going to chop those bits off with a pair of scissors, so I have just the letters I outlined. Now what I wish I had done was put a small amount of white on the bits of the ghost that appear inside the O's, but I didn't. I've only just thought of that now, so that was silly of me, but that would have looked better because he's got orange sides. Oh well, it makes him look slimmer. Yeah, it's fine. So yeah, so what I'm doing now is I took my scissors and I trimmed off some of the edges of the foam pads because I was worried that you could see them, but then I trimmed them off a little bit too far, and created a hole in my foam pad barrier. What an idiot, honestly. I think I'd never made a shaker pocket before, honestly. So I had to think about that and patch them back up again and add some glue and adhesive and get them all enclosed again inside my shaker pocket. So mistakes happen. I'm very experienced doing things like this, and I still make stupid mistakes like that. So bear with me. There's hope for all of us, right? Okay, so you can't see the fact that my cut file is orange now because I've got a glare of the camera on, sorry about that. But what I just did there was I put the B, the middle of the B inside the B, and then I could therefore use that as a template to get my inner pieces positioned in exactly the right place. So that's what I was doing there. So okay, now my cut file shaker pocket is complete. I can now create my layout. So I have these fabulous photos of my daughter being an absolute actress, wearing her Halloween costume, pretending to be scared, or maybe she's trying to scare me. I think she's trying to be scared. Someone said boo to her and she's looking shocked and horrified, and she's got this big Halloween pumpkin, scary looking pumpkin in the background. He's a balloon that's been floating around our house now for several weeks, and it's just the most awesome photo, and it goes so well with the title Boo. So I'm using that today. I have another one of her as well, but I couldn't quite make the two together work with the cut file title, so I've discarded the other one and just stuck with this fantastic photo there. Okay, so I wanted lots of pattern paper on this layout, so I've taken that fabulous stripy paper and I've ripped it, torn it top and bottom. I've also given it an edge with black, and I'm trying to make it look as though my like the layout is ripped in the middle to reveal a section underneath, which it kind of does. And that's where my photo is going to sit. I'm probably going to poke it into the top edge of the torn section, so it kind of looks like it's poking out from or coming out from behind the torn section. So I've just done the tearing, 2 layers, stuck the 2 layers together with foam pads, and now I can stick this layers onto my cardstock background as well. So lots and lots of dimension there in both the layers. So the orange layer and the black layer have both got foam pads underneath, so it makes it really stand out well. And now I'm doing this exactly the same bit but for the top. So I have, I don't know, about 4 inches, maybe a bit less, 3.5 inches at the top and the bottom, and then I have this big, the slightly bigger section in the middle, which is going to be the majority of my layout, although I will go on to the pattern paper as well. But the white space just makes me happy, gives me a place to put my photo without it looking too overly busy or crazy. And this pattern paper is crazy. It's a bit psychedelic. If you look at it for too long, your eyes go funny. So to have it as a full sheet would have been wouldn't have worked for me. So having a big section top and bottom with the white section in the middle really breaks it up and makes it much more usable. Okay, just mounting my photo. I have a piece of paper that's got words all over it. Unfortunately, it was the wrong orientation, so the words behind my photo on the photo mount are going the wrong way, but I don't think anyone would notice. And anyway, it could be, you know, a design feature, because you can read the words on the left and the right of the photo. So we've got pumpkin, witches, yikes, spooky, eek, boo, and ghosts. So you can see all of those words. So actually it worked out quite well. Okay, so that's my photo mounted and edges distressed. You can see where everything's kind of going. The photo's going on the right, the title's going on the left, and then I need to create some clusters as well. I have that fabulous Bramble Fox perspective, or 2 actually, Bramble Fox perspectives. The arrows along the bottom, now they are from the October Fox box, I believe, and then Boo at the top is from one of the Halloween sets in the store. So obviously they are both black and they went perfectly with the layout, particularly the word boo, because I have the big word boo as my title. So they had to go in. So I've got one top right and one bottom left, and then that's probably where I'm going to, it definitely is where I'm going to build my clusters. So I really liked the idea of under the word boo, having some tags and things poking down from underneath the torn section. So like the photo is coming out of the torn section at the bottom, I wanted something hanging down, poking out of the torn section at the top as well. So I've gone for 2 tags. Now of course I've stuck my papers in place already, so I've just trimmed the tags and I'm going to poke them under and raise them on foam pads. I've put gold thread through the 2 tags, and they're just going to kind of be poking down there. And oh, I've got more sequins escaping. I'm still having to repair my bodged shaker pocket. Whoops, silly me. I can't believe I made such a rookie error, honestly. What was I thinking? Anyway, moving on. Right, I love this little monster. So he is from the Spooky collection, one of the ephemera packs. He is awesome. I love him. He just looks so cute and funny. And he's black, so he goes really well with this layout today. So I have cut his legs off, and he is going to be poking out, coming down from the ceiling effectively, and going, you know, ah, monster noise. He looks really funny hanging from there. You know, it's a bit like a gremlin, I think, from that film. Yeah, okay, that cluster's coming on up the top there, bottom left. I'm now working on the cluster there. So houses, I think, always go really well with Halloween layouts because, of course, we go trick-or-treating around to different people's houses. Not sure we're going to be doing that this year, but maybe some alternative if possible. So I've added a house at the bottom. I've added like an orb with an eyeball on it, which is pretty cool. Adding in the word spooky. That's from the ephemera, the spooky ephemera. Oh, by the way, has anyone noticed that the spooky collection from Pebbles this year is spelt with 3 O's? Well, I went looking for an image of the collection as a whole to put at the beginning of this video, and I couldn't find it. And I was like, all I could find was Spooky Boo, which was from a few years ago. I could not find Spooky anyway. I was like, where is it? And I haven't dreamed this collection. I have it in my hands. Where is it? Anyway, it's because it's got 3 O's in it. I've been using this collection for weeks, and I've only just realised that it has 3 O's in. Anyway, that word spooky there has 2 O's, so it's spelled correctly. But the Spooky collection has 3 O's in it. You learn something new every day, right? So also, I've also learned that I can't read, because otherwise I would have noticed this beforehand, but no, just read it completely as spooky, normal spelling. Right, okay, so I have added a bit more to my bottom left cluster, so another house. I've added a label that says October 31st or 31, and then underneath I'm going to add in something else as well. I've added another house, did I say that? And I've added a spider as well. Over on the right hand side I'm adding the number 31, and at the top I've added a frog wearing a witch's hat. I've added the word creepy, a tiny pumpkin, and then under the bit with the monster poking out I've added a flower, a little flower cluster. I love the flower clusters in this collection. They're brilliant. You know, I love using flowers generally. They're really great for layers and things. These ones have got little flower clusters that are black and orange with spooky looking foliage and spider webs on the foliage. So how cool is that? I love a Halloween floral cluster. That is just super fabulous. I think I should do a whole pack of those. To be fair, I have so much ephemera from this collection that I don't think I'll ever be able to use it all. I'm going to run out of paper long before I run out of embellishments, which is a nice position to be in, because normally I run out of embellishments before I run out of paper. Okay, at the bottom I'm adding another label that says Hey Boo, then at the top I've added a little raven sticker, or a piece of, no, I think it's a sticker. Yeah, he is. A little sticker at the top there that's like a raven or a black bird anyway. Above the word boo I've added a little moth. Yeah, I'm pretty much done. I'm just trying to see if there's anything else I can poke in, but not really. I'm pretty much there, to be honest. There's not a lot more to add. I just love how this looks with the big torn strips at the top and the bottom, and the photo along the horizontal across the middle. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with it. It's good fun. I've added in some twiddles of gold thread as well. And now I'm finishing off with some black splatters. So I use an Indian ink for my black splatters because it's the darkest black ink I could find. I have watered it down slightly with some water to make it a bit more flickable, and I've just added some splatters at the bottom, and the 2 clusters basically, the bottom left and the top right. Yeah, and that is me done. So other than having to write in the date, I am completely finished now. Yeah, and I hope you have enjoyed watching along with this layout. So you can see it better now. The camera gear has gone with this proper photo, and you'll see the close-ups in a minute as well. Okay, so thank you very much for joining me. Head over to Lottie Loves Paper to pick up the Spooky collection by Pebbles. Yeah, happy Halloween. That was Nikki Rowland for Lottie Loves Paper.